Morning.
Morning from a very blustery Dunwich.
Are you enjoying your breakfast?
Yeah, we've just had crumpets and tea. It's our annual meet-up with our friends. There's 3 of us here this time, not 4, because the lovely Ronnie and Leslie, they're not here this year because he's had a knee op. And he's not quite ready yet. So it's our little recce at the Cliff House. So this is my crop of lavender, isn't it, David, that I've grown this year.
Yeah.
And it's dried out, so I've actually cut some and put it in the bowl and I've bought some bags to make my own little bags of lavender to put in the drawers in the wardrobe.
Really smells strong,
lovely,
doesn't it?
doesn't it?
Really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Like an air freshener.
So I've got this bit here to do.
Yeah. I'll just scan and show them where you've been.
Yeah.
Now, you only planted these at the beginning of the season, didn't you?
Yeah, and do you know what? They were a little special, a packet.
Tiny little things,
Yeah.
like in a little plastic cup, no bigger than your hand, were they?
And they must like it there because they've thrived this year.
Yeah, they've done well.
So, I mean, if you buy these lavender things already done, they're quite expensive.
Yeah.
But this is one way you could do it.
Well, you have to show us what your plan is with the drawers and the wardrobe, so I'm not quite sure what you mean.
Yeah, I'll show you that once we go away this week.
Yeah, okay. Cut the grass. Will it be the final cut of the season? Hard. I don't think so either. But it's rained for about 3 or 4 days, and then we've had 2 or 3 days of lovely sunshine. And we're going away, and we're going to do something a bit different this time. It's still on a caravan site. It's a little bit out in the sticks, one we've been to before. But we're going to try it, not wild camping, but certainly some wild cooking, aren't we? We're going to do a bit of bushcraft cooking. I've even brought some logs from the log burner, and we're going to have a campfire. We've never done that before. And the site we're going to, they do allow you to have a campfire, providing it's all off the ground. So you'll just have to see what the plan is when we get there. But look at this weather. It's October now. Look at this.
It's crazy, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Right, better carry on packing the caravan. So here we are, and if you're a regular, you might recognise this site. We are at Dunwich, at Cliff House Holiday Park. It's in Suffolk, a site we've been to 3 or 4 times in the past, so if you want to see a full site review, have a look in the description below and click one of the links. The reason we're here this time is a little bit different, but what we like about this site, well, it's fairly remote, and yet it's close to the beach, fabulous sea views, about a 10-minute drive to Southwold, and a similar maybe 10-15 minutes to Aldborough as well. It's also got a handy little shop on site and a very nice bar, the 12 Lost Churches, which sell superfood. Sunday lunch here, absolutely well worth it. But this time it's a little bit about the bushcraft and the remoteness and being at one with nature. Check this out. So while the fire's getting up to speed, everyone, got some very nice beef stewing steak here, which I'm just going to dip in flour. We'll put some salt and pepper on that as well in a minute. And what we're making is a fabulous campfire beef stew. It'll take a little while for the fire and the coals to get ready, and then once we get this and some potatoes, carrots and onions peeled and chopped, they'll all eventually land up in the Dutch oven together and cook for about an hour or so. We'll keep an eye on it. We have some lovely beef stock and a little bit of beer we might put in. We'll just see how it's all going. So we've got some British Golden Kings deliciously butterly golden potatoes. They're all rounders, and we're going to chop them quite thick because this is going to be in the Dutch oven for at least an hour, and we don't want them turning to pulp, so they're quite big. If Alec is watching, you'll notice we're putting to good use the chopping board. Alec, thank you very much. Nice. Now you might be thinking, oh, he's using a bread knife. Yeah, he is. That's because he's come ill prepared. Thankfully, it's a good sharp one. Couple of carrots here, which we're just going to top and tail. And again, I'm going to slice those quite big. So the weapon of choice this evening is the Dutch oven, which I've just given a wipe out, but what I'm also going to do is put some oil in here, let it burn off as well, just to get it cleaner. The oil all brings it back nice and clean. Right, let's drop some of these in. Lovely. Just fry this off and brown it off a little bit first. What the flour does, it helps thicken up the stew in a little while. Let that cook, and if it's getting a bit too hot, then obviously we'll lift this pan a little higher. I've got my big fire glove here to help me do that. This is a bit of a first for me, I've got to tell you. So we'll just hope it all turns out as it should. I think we've got all the ingredients we need. So, the carrots have gone in too early there. Let's move them around a bit as well. Oh, it smells good already. That's the onions. Right, if you're thinking, well, you need some stock in that, Dave, I thought of that as well, because we've got a can here of pots ready to use beef stock with locked in flavour. I didn't let Colin see this because I think he would have drank it as it came out of a can. Let's pour some of that in now as well. Oh, lovely job. Might put a bit of beer in that, I think, just to top it up a bit. So we're going to drop the spuds in as well, and the carrots now. Oop, there goes one for the floor. The rabbits can have that one. So we'll top that up with some beer. It's the finest, of course, nothing but the best. We are in Suffolk, so it's going to be Ghost Ship that goes in. Just to cover the potatoes. And then we put the lid on. And that should do it. Let's give it a little stir. Right, we'll get the lid on. Nice. So, I've got at least an hour to kill. Might as well have one of my favourites. But let me tell you, those of you interested, two things. One, we're off to the Adnams Brewery to do a brewery tour. That may feature in this video, it could feature in the next one. Want to see how this stuff is made, pick up some more of course from my back stock. But in this video, for definite, I'm going to share some guest ales I've brought along. And I'll have my friends around here, Colin and Steve, who are going to sample some guest ales as well. And we'll see how we get on. And if I've made enough for this, which I think I have, we can all have some late night stew. And we're going to pop some dumplings in. We're cheating on the dumplings. I bought some dumpling mix just to save time. But they'll go in much later. Let them rise up and we'll have stew and dumplings for supper or breakfast tomorrow. We'll see how we go. Cheers. About 25 minutes in now. The wood's creating some lovely coals. I might have to put a little bit more on though. And I've had to raise the pot a little bit, the old Dutch oven, because it was bubbling away nicely. So just to control the heat, lifted it up a little bit. It's starting to smell rather nice already. But about another half hour I think, and we'll maybe look at putting some dumplings in. They need about 30 minutes in there, so see how we go. In the meantime, back to the Ghost Ship. Well, the dark has really come down quickly in the last 5 or 10 minutes. But the birds are singing just a few minutes ago still. The blackbirds are about the last ones, aren't they, to finish singing for the day. Just about finished my second ghost ship. So I thought this would be a good time to introduce my guest ale for the evening. German. It's a well, it's a pale ale. I've never heard of it. It's called Schofferhofer. Schofferhofer. I wonder if I can get a close up of the can. It's getting dark, you might see it. Schofferhofer, folks. And this is a well, it says it's juicy pineapple, perfectly crafted, and it's got it's unique in taste. It certainly will be. It is a sort of pale ale. I think it might be a bit of a cloudy pale ale. Let's give it a whirl. I don't know how strong it is. Probably not very strong, I shouldn't think. But we'll have a look. I can smell the pineapple as I pour it. Yeah, very fruity. Oh yeah, really, really tangy smell. And yes, it's cloudy. Back in the day, if you got served a beer like that, you'd have sent it back. Now they're all the rage, aren't they? Let's have a look and see what the alcohol content is. It's going to be on here somewhere, isn't it? Here we go. Oh blimey, there's no alcohol in this. No more than 3.2%. Oh, we could drink this all night, folks. Let's have a taste. Oh, very nice. It's a cross between a pale ale and a pina colada. Schofferhofer. Schofferhofer, maybe. If you've tried this before, put it in a comment below. If you're an ale drinker, I don't like it too strong. About 4.5% is my max. 5 absolute definite max. I like a pale ale. I like it citrusy, like the old ghost ship. But if you're a connoisseur of pale ale and you want to recommend me a good drink, stick it in the comment below, and I'll look out for it and give it a try. I'll try anything once. Guest ale of the week is the Schofferhofer from Germany. Very good. Now, it's getting dark. We've got lighting around here if we need it. But the smell coming from the old Dutch oven is very good. I think about another 20 minutes and we can put the dumplings in and then give it about another half hour. I'll do a little taste test on the steak in a moment, see how tender it's getting, but the smell is just really good, really gorgeous. I wanted it to get dark because it's only about, it's not even 7 o'clock I don't think, probably just coming up to 7. And then we'll give it a whirl. Do you like the old lamps, the oil lamps, just for effect really? I wouldn't mind going out doing a bit of wild camping. Helen's not up for it, but I am. When I say wild, I mean like this, in the woods, middle of nowhere, off-grid. We've got power banks, campfire. This is a first, never done a campfire before. So nothing's been sent to us here, by the way, just so you know. Beers, campfires, pots, lamps, we bought them all ourselves just for this trip, just to do something a little bit different. I do watch some of the bushcraft campers that go out and about and they make a little tarp under a tree and they cook like this. They've got no facilities obviously, and it's kind of appealing, but I do like the idea of going back in the caravan and getting in the old slumber a little later. But this is lovely and there's no wind at all. There's supposed to be tornadoes hitting the country and thunderstorms through the night, but right now it's probably the calm before the storm. It's lovely. And in the background you probably can't hear it, but I can hear the sea breaking onto the shingle beach behind us. So it's all very good. Cheers. It always happens, right? You get cooking, you create the smell from the cooking and the atmosphere, and before you know it, you're no longer on your own. They've all rocked up, all of our friends. And the good news is, Colin, he's brought me a can of John Smith's. and I think it's actually got alcohol in it. I've never had a John Smith's before, Colin.
No?
No, this is a first for me. I know you put a few away, and so does Steve, don't he?
Well, we found one that was out of date.
Is it out of date? Bloody marvellous, isn't it? It's got a good head on it.
Oh, blimey.
Well, it's got a widget in it, hasn't it?
Yep.
So, thank you, Colin, for the John Smith's. I'm going to come round so you can see the crowd. The food's nearly ready, the dumplings are in. Helen's done the dumpling mix. And they are expanding beautifully. But let's just have a little look and see you with us. So we'll go over here first of all. You might have seen this lady before on TV.
Yeah, sometime.
Interference.
Yeah.
Steve. You might have seen Steve on one of our older videos. You alright, Steve? What are you drinking? What are you going there, Steve?
Stella.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Stella. No chance.
Yeah.
Alright, Maz?
Yes, thank you.
You might have seen Marion on our vids before.
Not too close.
Not too close. You want to show the wrinkles.
That's a Jenny
I'm ready.
Longlegs beside you.
Oliver.
Oh,
I'm like Oliver.
you were expecting to get some of my stew, were you?
I was.
Oh dear, dear, dear. Now, you've been on our video before, Fiona, when we were in Cromer with your doggies. She doesn't like talking. I'll tell you what it is, it's a Scottish accent. That's what it is. We've got more Scottish people here than we have English. And shine that light on yourself, Colin. There he is, look. He's the one that's drank all the beer.
I'm not
We're
Scottish.
down to the one can. Right, I'm going to take you over here because the dumplings are in. Colin, I need you to do lighting engineer for me again. And let's just see over here. Look.
You have a look at your dumplings.
I want to check the dumplings, Colin. Are you ready? Look at them!
They're like cauliflowers.
You could eat them, couldn't you?
Oh, I don't know.
They look good, don't they? Too much heat going in. I'm going to have to take that off, I reckon. Look at this. I didn't bring a ladle. Oh, actually,
You want, you want the ladle, didn't you?
I've got your thing that you brought me.
Yeah. That's got a little handle.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, just like Grandad used to make. How is it for you?
That was better in the dark.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't like it?
But no, that's beautiful.
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 He's a Norfolk boy.
Beautiful.
Over here, look to these two.
Look at
Yes,
this.
very
Smells
beautiful.
Have you tried it, Steve?
Yes, beautiful.
You really like it, do you?
Yep.
delicious.
You're not just saying it for the camera, are you?
No.
Oh, gorgeous.
Right, Helen, honest, because I know you.
It's a quite a nice meaty stew.
Well, of course it is. Fiona, what do you think to it?
I'm sure it's gorgeous.
She's a vegetarian. She's not going to have any, is she?
We're done.
We've got her I got Fiona an apple.
That is the best bit of badger I've had for years.
Yeah, we saw badgers round here last night, so he thought I'd put badger in the stew.
So what I usually do is replace these, the scented drawer liners. These are actually lavender to go with if you remember. I picked some lavender out of my garden and I've got the lavender bags here. So I drop one of them in each drawer and it just keeps it all fresh. I got these off Amazon. There's 6 in here, and you can, incidentally, if you don't like lavender, you can get different herbal ones, which is different. I've never had any. I don't know what they're like because I like the lavender. But they come in a nice little box. So this is how big they are. They do smell quite fresh, quite nice.
I can smell lavender off those.
Yeah, and they should actually almost line one drawer.
Yeah, you
So
might
we'll
have to
have a
just
look.
trim that with the scissors or something.
Yeah.
Oh no, pretty good fit actually. Yeah, I might just have to take a little bit off this end here, but
So it almost fits, yeah. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And then in my trusty bag of lavender from my garden.
Under the nose, sweet as a rose. Let's have a little smell.
They're a bit damp actually because it was raining before I picked it.
Oh, don't they smell good though? So you like to hang these in the wardrobe as well, don't you?
You can hang them in the wardrobe on your coat hanger, or you can put them in the drawers.
Yeah, we're not selling these or anything. We weren't gifted them. If you didn't see, Helen harvested our own lavender from the back garden, didn't you, love?
Yeah. So we'll put a couple in the top drawer.
Yeah, and you're going to do all the drawers in the caravan, are you?
I'll line all the drawers, yeah.
Yeah, so nice little top tip. And yeah, I did say we should start our own lavender farm. I'm going to buy you a little lavender press and you can make some lavender oil, which is very therapeutic, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Yeah, good for sort of getting rid of
Healing
headaches.
properties,
Healing
yeah.
properties, yeah. And also you talked about putting one of those little bags inside a pillowcase, didn't you?
Yeah, for sleeping.
If you haven't got any allergies to this sort of stuff, then yeah, pop one of those inside a sleeping bag. And God, it's really lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just smell like the lavender farm at Heacham.
And I grew them from a little pack of Lidl's on lavender, which were tiny.
Yeah.
And you saw the size of them on the video in the garden.
Yeah.
So that's a cheap way of doing it as well.
Nice one.
Yeah.
So we're just down the road from Cliff House here at the National Trust Coast Guard Lookout, and it's well worth a visit. Got a lovely tea room, second-hand shop, and in the tower itself, beautiful views out to sea. I was a bit busy in there, so I didn't film. Big car park here as well. If you're a National Trust member, that's free. However, I don't think it's an extortionate fee to park your car here otherwise. And down in the distance there is the nuclear power station Sizewell. Let's see if I can zoom in on that for you. And it's, I know I keep going on about the weather. It's not warm, it's hot. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's our delivery, Steve. Oh, now, in the next video, you're going to love it because we fulfill a dream. I'm going to see Ghost Ship being made at the Adnams Brewery in Southwold. The boys are coming with me, Colin and Steve. We didn't go once, we went twice. The smell is amazing because I can smell Ghost Ship, can you? Yeah. We were very lucky. We got on the distillery tour and on the brewery tour, so we went twice in 2 days. It was great. But for now, from Dunwich, we hope you've enjoyed the video, and don't forget, if you haven't done so yet, now's your chance. Hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and hit the notification bell, and then you'll know when all the videos are coming out. But for now, from myself and Helen, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye.